So, as we're going to continue in Nehemiah today, I want you to try and concentrate on what I'm saying to you, and not just the amazing country that's behind me as we look at God's phenomenal creation here. Temecula, California. And yes, I'll be back for church Sunday. Listen to this as we engage Nehemiah once again. I want you to hear this incredible word that he has written for us and that we can learn from. The king asked, how can I help you? And with a prayer to the God of heaven, I replied, if it please the king, and if you are pleased with me, your servant, send me to Judah to rebuild the city where my ancestors are buried. So now, church, I'm only going to read that little bit. And as I said, we're going to continue in this section of reading in Nehemiah. But the reason I wanted to stop right there is, if you recall the last few days, and if you've been listening to the devotionals, you'll know that Nehemiah, when he heard the word about how Judah was in terrible condition, he began to seek God and ask God for help. And he began to ask God for favor with the king, that he could speak with the king. And then God gave him the opportunity to speak to the king. And as he spoke with boldness to the king and replied, this is the awesome thing that I love about Nehemiah. He wasn't just praying about the situation to change, but he volunteered to be part of the change. Isn't that cool? See, what touches my heart, it says this, if it please the king, let me go. I told you before, listen, man, a lot of people say, well, I'm praying for you, I'm praying, I'm doing this, and that's great, and we need to. But you see, Nehemiah wasn't just willing to ask God to do something, which he was doing and which we should do, but he asked God, and then he said, use me. I'm willing. Send me. I ask you today if you will be part of that as God speaks to you. Will you not just ask God for a move to change things that are going around you, but to volunteer and say, God, use me? That's the kind of church he's looking for, and that's the kind of people that we need to be as his church. Let's do it. God bless you today.